All right. Hello, everybody from Colorado. This is BarakPdub, and welcome to another early morning show with Steve Carlson.
Right to you. I got your shirt.
Try that in the pitch closet now.
Yep.
And welcome back. It's another early morning Sunday show. I still have cat on everything. Yeah, people just said keep cat there, though. You know, God, rest wherever you're at, cat. Take care, man. The opening. I had the pleasure of having dinner with BarakPdub. Paul has been a favorite channel of mine for years, and he's just the nicest guy, and it was a pleasure. He had to fly into town. He hit me the night before and says, "Hey, would you want to do dinner?" And you bet I would. So we met closer to the Denver airport and had a nice dinner, we just talked. And you know what? I get more out of that than even digging when I meet people in the vinyl community, because we learn about each other. And it was a terrific evening, and I had such a great time. Just wonderful person. Every record collector I've ever met, and I've met a lot of them, they're all just wonderful people. Very lucky. Kind of a nice hobby or whatever, with a lot of really good people, and it's just always been enjoyable. So thank you, Paul, for coming out Denver. Please, anybody coming out to Denver, let me know. I'm more than happy to take time, if you don't mind, to meet and talk and have something to eat. Even go digging. Trying to work with Tice now to go out and do some digging. We're planning on this last Saturday. Didn't work out, so hopefully next week. The opening, the Rockies game. Went to the Rockies game, as I said last week. Rockies won. They were behind. They was looking terrible. Then the 8th inning, suddenly it's like 7 runs. They just went nuts. Had nice seats. It was a lot of fun. Their ballpark food really was not that great. I mean, it was just kind of. I had the monster nachos, and they were very, very filling. But there wasn't anything like exotic. Back in Midland, we'd always go to the Loons game, minor league team, but there was always really good food there. I mean, just a lot of different things. Here's your basic nachos, hot dogs. Popcorn. They did have funnel cakes. Okay, they had funnel cakes. I guess that was the we're going all out here. So yeah, my shirt's kind of a joke, I guess. I'm retired 2024. Yeah, how'd that work out for you, buddy? Oh well. Hey, they gave it to me, so there we go. I've been cleaning some pools this week, and got chlorine on this thing. Chlorine turns it pink. So, yeah. That's really about. Oh, we're going to Leadville today. We're heading up to Leadville. It is the highest city in the U.S. up 10,000 feet. So, it's old mining town. I've been there a few times as a kid. We would go up there. We're going to go up, Patty and I, to take the train. So they have a scenic train ride for 2.5 hours up at the very top, over 10,000 feet. That should be a lot of fun. And I hear the world's best pizzas up there. So, but hey, so we got a busy. Only 2 weeks really left of pool service. I have some people extending, going into the September, which is good because that's money. But for the most part, we're winding down now. I got this magazine. I showed this on my podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records. Please check that out. It's every Sunday evening. It comes out with Jim Gleason. Check out YouTube channel Radio Wasteland. You can see us talking. Otherwise, it's on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, and Facebook. But this, I was at a store and saw this REM. You know, it's just nice, you know, all about REM. I thought, hey, that would be pretty good. You know, I like these things where it's just they focus on one group, and they go back, and they have all the articles that they wrote about this group, and they put it all together. So, okay, that's fine. So I go buy it. Well, my wife buys it. You know, I guess give her, go ahead. She's buying something, and she comes out and I go, wow, that was expensive. My thing was $12. So this is like $36. I go, really? Well, how much is my magazine? $20 for this. $20. I never looked. Well, okay, not $20. I'm sorry, $18.99. I exaggerate. This is just filled with articles that were already written. There was not a new article written on this. They just went back through the pages. Mojo went back to their past issues and put it together on here and then charged $19. Man, I get sucked in. I love these things. I'm a sucker for them, but $19. Wow. It's like going to an antique store and getting ripped off. If you didn't see that video I posted Thursday, holy smokes. Oh well, that's the way it is. I haven't read it yet. Okay, but we got some music. There's some great stuff this week, so let's dig into this thing, all right? And we're going to start with, this came out last year, Diestar. I guess that's how it's Diestar. Diestar, we're just going to say that. They're out of Austin. I mean, how many bands come out of Austin now? Like half of all the bands seem from Austin. It is a noise pop group. I guess that's the best way you could say it. They formed in 2020 during the pandemic. They just needed something to do, something to get away, so they formed a band. I guess they were able to stand 6 feet apart as they practiced or whatever. This is their debut album, Good Time, from Fuzz Club. Came out last year, 2023. It is kind of a neo-psych blend of noise and melody. I think that would be a nice way to explain it. We have the band here, and it's a 4-piece, and is that electric orange, I guess. So very nice. So Diestar. This, I guess, you know, you could say their influences probably like Jesus and Mary Chain, Spacemen 3, even Primal Scream, I would put in with them. This was produced by Alex Moss of the Black Angels. This was a great listen. The vocals are a little different, okay? They're not normal sounding, I guess be the best way to do it. I mean, it starts out with Star Starter. And it has this like My Bloody Valentine, like kind of like sonic guitar blast going on, but then there's these blissful vocals happening behind all this. And it's a song about you know, stand up against the world. We're going to do it. We're going to stand up against it. And so it was good. A very good song. I really liked it. I'm going to play you a sample of that. I'm going to give you a couple samples. I've been doing that more now. I feel more generous. Just, you know what? I don't get monetized anyway with this. So, you know, because I play samples, so I might as well give you a couple, right? Then there's like Trace Maker and what's it called? Heathen's Gate. Both of these, they have like darker grooves happening, or just these kind of, again, darker type riffs, but it rocks so hard. It just comes tearing out of your speakers. You have songs like Purified, which was really, they use less guitar pedals on that, so they kind of back away from that. It's quieter, it just floats along, but this keeps building and building with these surging guitars. And this was very good. I really enjoyed this. I remember it came out. I didn't buy it at the time when it came out. I thought about it. Again, the lead vocals, they're a little bit different. I mean, you got to get used to But hey, I have been enjoying them. And there we go. And feel free, whoever's first one to get that. I know TC, I should be saving them and just downloading it, but I mean, the download then takes up a lot of storage and that, and I got the record right here. So I think I'm good to go. Yeah, fun music, Diestar. Let's go to Australia. We're going to go down, meet Mike Rankin. Mike Rankin, aka Ben. Obviously, we'll know this group, but probably a lot of you do. The Scientists. I've shown a few albums from them. I have some of their earlier stuff, their last album that they did. This is Weird Love is the name of the album. Scientists are from Perth. They formed in 78, broke up in 87, reformed in 07. So now they're going again. When they started, they were called the Exterminator. And I like that name. I think that's pretty cool, the Exterminator. Then they changed it to the Invaders. And finally to the Scientists. Yeah, the Scientists. Okay, I mean, fine. Hey, whatever. Post-punk band, they put out 8 albums. Weird Love is their 6th album that came out, and this came out in 1986. This is a new reissue that came out of it. I believe Weird Love is the only album that got released in the U.S., and I believe so. I mean, I can't say for sure. This is just filled with pumped up guitars and kind of psychedelic flourishes are happening in here. Also, kind of swamp rock, you could say, on some of these songs. It has just that cool vibe. They recorded this thing in only 3 days, so they really went. A couple of the great songs, there's like a song called Demolition Derby, which, have you ever been to Demolition Derby? If you haven't, well worth spending some time going to one. I mean, it's just fun to go out and watch a bunch of people smashing into each other. Something you'd really like to do, quite honestly. I mean, who doesn't really want to go out? Yeah, give me a car. I'm going to go smash it up. God, that'd be fun. But so yeah, Demolition Derbies are fun. And the song Demolition Derby is fun also. I rather liked it. And it was kind of a swamp rock blast of fun. Sorry, there is no download card. Hey, no freebies on this one. Then you have like Hell's Beach. There's pummeling guitars happening on that. And just, again, a dark vibe going on. Hey, everyone has some dark vibes. We got some dark vibes on this. What was it? Swampland was a neat one. It just has surf guitar sounds going on. Pretty cool. I think I got a couple samples on this one for you too. Just fun stuff. The Scientists, it's a great group, a great Australian group that I've really enjoyed. Again, more psych, that 80s psych revival that was going on, but they do other stuff too. So yeah, I'm very happy to pick this one up on Numero. Put that out, Atomic Love Bomb Pink color vinyl. So that's what that is. This is Atomic Love Bomb Pink. Try to find it in your Crayola box, kids. See if you have it. Hey, teacher, I want Atomic Love Bomb Pink. Probably get you put to the principal's office. friend Doug, Fat City Vinyl. I have not shown reggae in a long time, and for good reason. I haven't bought any reggae in a long time. Now, Doug is the premier reggae channel by far. And but I saw this in a record store. This was released this year. I mean, the guy's kung fu fighting, man. I mean, it's called Heart of the Dragon. Look at that. From Lee Scratch Perry. So I decided I need to give this thing a shot. It was just fun. It's fun stuff. It is definitely reggae. I mean, you think Bruce Lee in 1972 came out with Fists of Fury. Carl Douglas came along, I believe it was in 73 or 74, maybe 74, with Kung Fu Fighting. Well, in 75, Lee Perry decided, let's get on the Kung Fu kick, and out he came with this. This is mostly instrumental. There is one or two songs that have vocals on it, but basically instrumental. It's highly musical, very melodic. Of course, you have just that reggae thing going on. Theme from Hong Kong was one of the songs, and Scorching Iron was one, where they feature the melodica, you know, that kind of that instrument you blow into like a little keyboard in front. Yeah, they're featuring that. There's like Hold the Kung Fu. They actually used a harmonica on that one. Again, a reissue. Great sound exploration going on. Look at that color there, and the inner vinyl. This color is called what's translucent yellow orange. This is a collector's edition. It's kind of a joke anymore, isn't it? I mean, yeah, every record's a collector's edition. Hey, give a color vinyl, that's a collector's edition. We have so much collector edition where there's no regular vinyl, I guess. I don't know, even I bought a collector's edition recently. It was black vinyl. It had a little book in it, so, but it's collector's edition. Yeah, one of those words would get sucked up on, and it's only 12 inches. It is 12 inches, which I'm pretty sure I didn't think it was a 45, but they felt that was important to put on there. One worldwide pressing, printed inner sleeve. Deluxe package includes. This is the, folks, this is the deluxe package. The inner sleeve has this. Holy cow, collector's edition, deluxe packaging. All right. Yeah, we're idiots. Oh well, jeez. Okay, cool. Okay, all right, enough of that. Let's see here. Hold on. Coffee gets cold, you know. Oh, people pay a lot of money for cold coffee. I still can't understand it, though I have had cold coffee. You know, you go in, I guess it's okay, but I really don't want it. So, Elmer James, Bluesmaster, Volume 1. I love Elmer James. He's like my favorite bluesman of all time. And is Hound Dog Taylor, Elmer James, right big. I know there's Muddy, there's Howlin' Wolf. I do love them too. I haven't had any blues, but I went to this record store, you know, recently. Angelo's did their thing 2 weeks ago, and you know, they had blues and they were priced pretty good to Discogs. So I picked a few things up, and after listening to them, it's like, man, I want some more. And speaking of blues, Chris the Blues Guy, where the hell's he been? I think during the summer he tends to disappear and then comes back in the fall. So I hope so, because he knows his blues. But Elmer James, born in Canton, Mississippi in 1910, way back then. Of course, very poor, you know, living out there, probably sharecropping and that. His very first guitar, he took a wire when he was very little, strung a wire on the inside the house on the wall. And then took like a rock or a in a bottle and began using that to make sound. Eventually, he made his one-string guitar, again, using a bottle. He really, when you think of slide guitar, bottle, using a bottle with your guitar sound, this guy is one of the best at it. In 1936, he met Robert Johnson, and they hit it off, and supposedly, they were on very friendly terms. And he took one of Robert Johnson's songs, "Dust My Broom," and eventually made it his own. I always thought he did "Dust My Broom." I should know because I got the complete Robert Johnsons, but no, that's from him. But Elmer James made that very big. It's on Blue Horizon, that's the label, and it's just a paper sleeve. But we do have this inside. From Blue Horizon, and we have the series here. So that's pretty neat. Look how pristine that is, really good. I think they had a couple other of these in that rack, and so I got to go back and look for that. Bobby Gas, I need to get that. So he was in obscurity. He was doing little gigs around the South, but not much happening. But then there's a gal, Lillian McMurray, and she owned a big furniture store, and she decided to start a record label. It's a fun, kind of amazing how many furniture stores started record labels. It wasn't, it was happening. So she did, and she started Trumpet. Her label was Trumpet, and in 1951 she got it going. She brought in Elmer James, and in 1952 he cut "Dust My Broom," and it became a huge hit. And of course he had some other hits, but toward the end of the 50s, he was pretty much washed up. A lot of his stuff began to sound the same. He had his hit, and he kind of took that sound, because that's my sound, and kept going, and people just began moving on from it. But I really liked it a lot. Well, in '63, he was asked to come to Chicago to record, and he did. And these are his last recordings, because he died in '63. He had had a long life of on the road, of too much alcohol, not enough sleep, and bad food. And so he had all these health issues, and he passed away. So this is stuff it takes from his very last recording sessions. And you have him on here, take 1, take 2. You can hear him talking on some of these. He does different songs on here from different people, which really, it makes it very interesting. This was great. Very enjoyable listen, and yeah, I was glad I picked this thing up. Well worth it. Elmer James, great bluesman. Beausoleil, which means beautiful sun, out of Louisiana, formed in '75, still going on. Michael Doucette, I believe is how you say it, Doucette, kind of the principal man of it, the one that keeps it going. He's the violin player, and Beausoleil has put out 26 record albums. How about that? 26. We have inside, we have a roundup sheet. This is nice when you have all the packaging. And here's the band. The accordion guy, man, that guy's a little short little guy, isn't he? And there's Michael Doucette there. Yep, that's him. Guy with no hair. So this, Beausoleil, it's, some of their albums I love, some of them I don't. I kind of hit and miss with me. This is a great one. Really, really good. Cajun, Zydeco, folk is playing on here. They're really, their focus is the folk tunes from the Cajuns and the Creole. I mean, Zydeco was more for the black artists. And while Cajun was more white. One of the differences is in Zydeco you don't have violin. You can, but you really don't. While in Cajun music, the violin plays a big part of it. Also, you'll notice the accordion size is much smaller on Cajun music than Zydeco, where they have the bigger accordions. But the music on here is really, really good. And they play some, they do play like a Zydeco classic, Bon Temps Rouler. I can't say it. Clarence Garlow made that. But they take some other neat songs. They do Hey Baby Que Paso on here from Augie Myers. They do a Buddy Holly, Not Fade Away. They do Bo Diddley, Hey Bo Diddley. Big Joe Williams, Baby Please Don't Go. So they have some cool covers that they're doing. Along with the traditional Cajun music, which I like. It's not always as upbeat as Zydeco music, but still fun stuff. So really happy to pick this up. I believe I don't know if I had this one or not, because again, I do have some Boussolet, and this was their 9th album. Again, kind of hit and miss with them, but this was a good one. That's what we got for this week. God, yeah, that was a nice batch of different records there. We got a lot of different things to listen to, from the blues to the Cajun to whatever, psych. It's all there. But thanks for stopping by. We'll have I might have a couple. I've been really working on a couple different ones. I think I'm about ready to do my 1991, my favorite albums from 1991. So that just might be ready to go, and I got a couple other things in the works. Greatest hits thing too. A whole bunch of records sitting here. I just need to get around to it. Yeah, don't be a lazy ass. Just do it, right? So thanks for hanging out. I got a train to catch, but we got to drive 2 hours to get up into deep in the mountains. This is the highest my wife has ever gone into the mountains. Well, hopefully she doesn't freak out or something. So we'll find out. I'll let you know next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.